Hello friends, welcome back. In this session, we are going to explain the concept of balance sheet by taking an example of the Nestlé Group. We have taken the actual balance sheet of the Nestlé Group for your reference and are going to explain how exactly you can place the different items. We do not want you to be an expert in accounting, but we want you to understand the different types of items placed in the balance sheet and make the best use of these items. Let me give you a quick layout of these items in the balance sheet. First of all, the numbers are in millions and have been expressed in Swiss francs. For this company, we have removed the year. We have only kept year 2. Year 2 implies the current year and year 1 to the previous year. On the asset side, the current assets have been given, which are this part. The current assets are cash equivalent, short-term investments, inventory, trade receivables, prepayments, derivative assets, current income tax assets, and assets for sale. These are the total current assets, which we have already discussed. These are the non-current assets, which includes plant and machinery, goodwill, that is, intangibles, investments and JVs, and financial assets. Basically, the total of non-current assets and current assets is the total assets, which are given here. Now, let us go to the liabilities. As discussed, the liabilities include the liabilities and the equities. The first ones are the current liabilities, which are similar to financial debt. Financial debt is the debt which is generally due within 1 year. Then there are the trade payables, accruals, provisions, derivatives, current income tax liability, and the total liabilities. The current income tax liability is around $1 billion, while the total liabilities are around 33 billion Swiss francs. After the current liabilities, we have the non-current liabilities. These are basically the long-term liabilities, which are similar to financial debt, which is due for more than 1 year. The non-current liabilities are around $7 billion. The provisions for taxes and other payables come to around 60 billion Swiss francs in the second year. If we remove $60 billion from the total assets, we get the value of equity, which is this number. What is equity? As discussed earlier, equity includes share capital, treasury shares, all kinds of translation reserves, and retained earnings. The equity is given to be around $62 billion. In addition, there is a non-controlling interest, which we have added and which gives us a total equity of around $63 billion. This is the entire layout of the Nestlé Group for you to understand how the different assets and liabilities are placed in the balance sheet of a company. I hope you've enjoyed this session. I will see you in the next video. In the meantime, if you have any questions, queries or doubts, feel free to send us an email or connect with us.